But one bitter black night, the robbers stopped a carriage that had but one passenger, an orphan named Tiffany. She was on her way to live with a wicked aunt. Tiffany was delighted to meet the robbers. Since there was no treasure but Tiffany, the thieves bundled her in a warm cape and carried her away. The three robbers, when we read that book, and you're on a journey. You just are on the journey with the robbers from the beginning to the end. And so that's part of creating a really great immersive, is where the journey happens, it starts, and it goes through. I don't remember what year it was, maybe like 2017 or something. We made this first model of the three robbers. And it has some of the same components that we use in a more recent model. So this kind of was made and kind of put aside for 6 years or something until the time came around again. What we did then, about a year ago or maybe longer, we started really working on the design of the three robbers immersive. With all of our design and modeling, I think having a three-dimensional model to scale is really, really valuable. You can move things around and you can really think about the space in a much different way than just in a digital way. Digital is really helpful, but I like to really lean into three-dimensional modeling.
My name is Scott, and I'm here. I work at the Rabbit Hole. I'm one of the fabricators here, and we are we're working on what will be a temporary exhibit. It's 10 to 12 months for this particular exhibit. The way we're doing the walls in this space are essentially it's theater technology, which is really the world I'm from anyway, so this was a good fit on this particular project. Right now what I've got going on here is essentially building theater flats, but they're sort of the bare bones, the bare minimum structurally that you need for walls, and we're building them in sections down here in the shop, and then we can take them up easily because they're pretty lightweight and assemble them to create the floor plan that we've designed. Then we will be putting sculptural facades of mountain and cliffscapes on the front of a lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of them will have some, so yeah, all of that stuff will be what I've got represented here. I'm just kind of drawing it as I go so I know what I've done. But I've started building things for the back first because we're gonna have to load the space that way. This process is basically it's foam stuck together. It's just pink foam insulation, a lot of it. Stick it together, carve it. It's pretty forgiving. I'm just making rough rocks for the most part. And then I spray them with a mixture of plaster of Paris but mixing it with paint instead of water, which gives it a little, we can tint it that way. It comes out black, which gets us halfway where we want to go with the paint. And it's also, if it chips or something, it's black inside. And it's also got a little bit of plasticity in a way to it, I think, that helps strengthen it. Okay. Coming in. Yeah, I'm sure we could make it. That's probably good.
design is such a like weird kind of amorphous word, just kind of like, what does it mean, you know? Like, I think a long time ago, I thought like that this was design, you know, like thinking about where things go, thinking about the relationships, colors, forms. That's all part of design, but a lot of design is also about like, how are you gonna make it? What do those brackets look like? How long are those screws? All the like nuts and bolts of fabrication. What has to get built first? How are they going to be put together? What are the materials that you're using? There's like a million decisions in that design area that are not necessarily glamorous, but require so much knowledge and thought and consideration for something like this, where we're trying to build it in a very particular amount of time, that you're successful in that way.
Might have a really fun ride. They come to me as like a single object that I have visual reference for. I can take the individual components out of them and say the bell for the blunderbuss I'm going to basically make fit into the material that I can cut out on the CNC machine. And then each of these components come in separately, and all of those will be cut out.
Painstakingly trying to recreate. Those are the magic footprints. It'll be perfect from that point of view. Alright, here's the new...
Alright, is this the real one?
This is the current real one.
The current real one.
In the book.
Magic
position.
Let me assume the position. So we're really close, but I
Okay,
don't
well,
think
we'll-
we can confirm until we get that
Yeah,
cut down.
gotcha. Well, we'll make that adjustment and then look at it.
And look at like in here too, like these levels.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of, but very not that much.
Mhm.
Right. All right. Cool.
Cool. All right.
And the lines
Next.
are a ton better.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Matt had the good idea of making those a little quarter inch instead of half inch, and that seems to.
That
Yeah.
helped too.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we should still round the edges of the balls, just so that it.
Well, I could even see putting a little piece of
Yeah.
foam on there just to give it a little bit of
Yeah.
pop. You know, I think even that little bit will.
Are you thinking like really a sphere up there, or is it still
Well, I wasn't.
squished?
I was thinking just like
But
So,
you know,
football.
you remember
Yeah.
Quisp?
Yes.
that might come loose a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work pretty well. Yeah, I think it needs to be kind of regular holes to get the sheet effect.
Well, I guess we could set it down in there. We could cut a straight line across there, and then I could make a cap that kind of overhangs irregularly, so that it
Oh, interesting.
it
So
will
kind of drifts down behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't work here because we don't want this to look like fiberglass wrap. So I was just gonna like mix it a lot kind of without thickener and then just squeegee a good frosting over the whole thing and try and piece these in.
Fit the edges.
Yeah.
Treasure heap, treasure pile, treasure room. We're gonna coat the foam mound. It's already been kind of hard coated, but now we're putting this habitat stuff on it and kind of gluing the coins and stuff into place while giving it a stronger surface. Because people are gonna be walking all over this. Walking all over gold.
Like these people will all be lit by a black light. So we're taking the UV paint and seeing how it, reacts when we try to mix it to get some of those colors. So these are the ones that and we're, bought those colors. And then we're in process of getting the treasure chest painted. It has some of that UV paint on it as well. And Sculpture's working on making coins to go in there, so when you open the chest, the lights will shine up on all of this treasure.
Three slim banks and a rock spot. But the Tiffany's room 121 is that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the channels, the DMX channels, and then we entered them in here. And this is the show controller, so these buttons correspond to those little buttons there. So if you push one up,
Like you think it was like this? It
I think they wanted to do docent training soon with the lights.
As I stood here, I think it shifted over. It was shifted over to the left a little bit more.
On the bottom?
I think the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe split the difference. Sorry. Yeah, that looks. Because I remember standing here so that I could like.
Yeah, I remember.
Get the right angle.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
looks pretty good to me.
I think so.
Done and done.